Hi guys, this is Bess Boomer back with you. I'm going to go over some 55 plus communities in Surprise, Arizona, just for the fun of it here. If you like my content, please like it and share it and subscribe. I'd sure appreciate that. The first one we're going to start off at is Arizona Traditions, and it's a gated. We're just driving up here. I'm not actually sure that we can get in, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about it anyway. It is a gated community, and we just ask, they won't let you come through it unless you have a realtor, and they actually have a guard out here at the gate, so I guess it's a pretty secure community. They're not fooling that it's gated. And so the houses here, they're fairly small. 17, there's one of our jets. So the prices are in the hundreds to low 400s, and it was actually built, the houses in 1997 to 2013. There are 1,700 homes in this community. Like I say, they're fairly small homes, very, very well kept though, really a pretty community. The amenities in this community, they do have 20,400 foot clubhouse and a fitness center, arts and crafts, a studio. They have 3 pools, biking trails, tennis, and pickleball. They also have a bar there. So we're on our way to Heritage at Asante. It's another gated village, but I thought I'd just highlight the walls that they built here in Arizona are really quite beautiful and interesting to look at. We're coming out from the end of it, but I've never seen such. So we're coming up on this Heritage at Asante gated community, so we're not sure that we can get in, but just driving up to it, it has a pretty entrance, beautiful entrance. Actually, here's the Asante, a community of, and I can't even read that last word, not sure what that's. But I love the fencing around here and the greenery, the bushes and stuff they've planted. It's really pretty. You can see the houses over there. So this one is in the mid 200s to 300s. There are 1,500 homes. It's 55 plus age restricted. And it was just started in 2020. So obviously this is really a very new community. Here's landings at Asante. So they do have, looks like a 14,000 square foot clubhouse. And here's some of the houses closer up. They have a 2,200 square foot fitness center, pool, spa, fire pit, golf, pickleball, a trail system, and lakes. So if that's sounding pretty good to you, this is a 55 plus community, like I say, here in Surprise, Arizona. It's in the mid 200s to 300s, so it's very, very reasonably priced. Now, I'm not sure when that quote actually was. As you and I know, the pricing has really gone up just recently, so I'm not sure today what the price would be or what they'd quote you, but it looks like a very nice community. The houses have some character, some features, with the stone and that kind of thing. All tile roofs looks like, which I've noticed in some areas they don't do those tile roofs, which obviously lowers the price, but in the Arizona sun, it's really good to have tile. So again, here are just some of the houses to give you a look. And this is located off Highway 60 in Surprise. And so it's a little bit out, on the outskirts, which is very, very nice. You look all around you and it's just a desert. It looks actually desolate except for these developed communities. So this kind of gives you an idea of what this community looks like. I was so happy we were able to drive through, probably because they're still building. And it could be that there are different areas so that maybe not all of the community is actually gated. So anyway, that's this one, and we'll go on to the next. So we have Sun City West here. This one, if you've heard of any of the 55 plus communities, this probably would be one that you've heard of because it is an older community. And let's see, it's very, very reasonable, this community. So this is Sun City West, like I started to say. It's 16,900 homes. They started to build this in 1978 to 1997. Population 24,535. So it's large enough to actually be a little city. Of course, it has a lot of amenities and actually claims to have the largest activity center. It's got golf courses, biking trails, walking trails. The houses, the prices on the houses are quite variable, anywhere from the hundreds to the 600s, 600,000. So you're going to get a lot of a variety here. It's been here quite a long time, and there are quite a lot of different areas in here. These homes you see are really pretty, but you can get some very reasonably priced homes in here along with the little bit higher dollar homes. You see these are on a larger scale than a lot of the new developed communities. So now we're entering Sun City Grand. We're going to drive through here. The entrance to Sun City Grand is absolutely gorgeous and it caught my eye when we first came to Arizona. It's a 45 plus community, but 85% of the community are actually 55 and over. These are luxury homes in here. That has a golf course, of course, pools, both inside and outside pools, has a fishing dock, pickleball courts, has more than 40 active clubs, fitness center, dance and exercise studios, and I didn't see the prices. I'm going to have to look to see the price range of homes. But I know that they are pretty expensive, and to find one that's equivalent to the home that we currently own with the features of our home, we couldn't afford it here in this community. So I'll see if I can come up with some of those prices here. So in checking further, you could probably find a home in here in the 300,000s, but it'll go on up to $1 million for these homes. So there's quite a range of home prices. Some of them, many of them, have their own pools, but you have an indoor and outdoor pool in the community. So I think if you want constant availability of activities, and people in your own age group, these homes or these communities are a place to look. I've never been drawn to 55 plus communities. I like the idea of a mixture of ages and kids and schools and that kind of thing. But if you want these restricted communities, Arizona is certainly a place to look. So the next one we have is Sun Village, and these were built in 1980 to 1995. We're seeing the wall around it right now. And the prices are very reasonable, low priced actually. There's 1,382 homes, and the price ranges from 100,000 to the high 200,000s. There's a 47,000 square foot clubhouse, and this is a gated community. I'm not sure that we can get in it. There's a full service restaurant.
We're thinking about moving.
Okay, so we're here. It is gated. The nice lady there did give us a pass. I guess you can come in here only if you're going to the restaurant or if you have a realtor. So she was nice enough to let us in under the guise of maybe us visiting the restaurant. Okay, so it does have a full service restaurant, a community church, library, tennis courts, pickleball courts, a pool, a spa, and a public golf course. And I think we have been in here before to try this restaurant, and at that time I think COVID, it was closed down and such. So now it's back open again, and it's right here. We've heard good reviews on it. It's right here. So this guardhouse actually had 2 people in it, and like I reported before, these are lower priced homes, and yet they are keeping up this level of security as compared to Sun City Grand with the most expensive homes and no security. So kind of a little interesting bit of trivia. This area really is pretty, and we drive by it every day because it's on Bell Avenue, which is one of the main drags, or the main drag through Surprise. And it's kind of a funny little story. So you see the golf course, and there's a little lake there, and they have this fake, I thought it was a real coyote standing there by the lake. And it took me several times to notice he's standing in the same place. Well, it's a stone coyote. Looks really, really real. And I guess there to keep the ducks or geese or pigeons or whatever away. But kind of an interesting little idea there. But it's a pretty little area. Here's some more of the houses, pretty modest homes. They all have the tile roofs though, and a lot of them have solar panels, as our home does. That's kind of an Arizona thing. The Sunshine State, So this is Sun City that we're driving into right now. And this video wouldn't be complete without having this one in it. It's the oldest 55 plus community, not only in Arizona, but the United States. It's got a population of 37,499, and the houses range from $100,000 to high $800,000. It has condos and single family houses. Lots of amenities, 8 golf courses. It's got one of the highest rates of golf holes per capita. 7 rec centers, 4 lawn bowling places to visit. It's got, indoor and outdoor pools. The golf carts are legal on the street here, so it's an easy way to get around, and it's a pretty self-contained communities, as these 55 plus communities are, but this one is even more so, because it has 30 churches, a synagogue, a social hall, grand ballroom, 2 libraries, a hospital right within this community. It also has a fire department. I guess the sheriff's department patrols the streets, but you can see a lot of it is self-contained. It takes care of its own needs. You can tell by the houses that they are older, much older than some of these other communities, since this is the first one in actually the United States of this type of community. You notice that the houses have shingle roofs. That was kind of the older way of doing things. We've seen the air conditioners on top of the homes here. Let's see if I can catch one over here. Here we go. They're on top of the homes, which is kind of odd to see, and it's no longer done that way. It's still very well maintained. One of the other differences you notice in this community is the lawns are grass, and that's totally different than the newer communities. It's a lot harder to maintain and water, and these don't look too bad, although it's very, very difficult to keep up grass in Arizona. It needs to be watered extensively, and we had a little tiny patch in our front yard and replaced it with artificial turf just for the low maintenance, and it was the only way for it to always look good because it was never, a beautiful green. But like I said, these look pretty good in this area. So whole different look. People are still interested in this area because the house pricing is very, very low, and the HOA fees are very, very low, even though they have a lot of the same amenities. It's less expensive to live here. So we're just going to drive by a few more of the houses here. I think that what's striking is just the totally different styles of housing. Look like they're pretty good size houses. They just get smaller and smaller as they get newer and newer. So we're coming into Coyote Lakes. We have never, ever gone through here before. We thought, well, it is a gated community. However, the gate was not manned, so we were able to drive on in. Let's see if we can come through some of the houses here. We're just on the outer rim of it. So the houses here are in the high 200s to low 300s. There are only 712 homes. They look pretty small, but pretty cute little homes. Started in 1993 and ended in 1998. I guess there are no age restrictions here, so I stand corrected that it's not a 55 plus community, but yet it is a planned community with golf courses, clubhouse. It has a community kitchen, restaurant, and pool area. The HOA takes care of your landscaping and your lawn care. So I guess that would be pretty attractive for the 55 plus age group. But again, it says there's no age restrictions. So let's see, we'll take a look over here. Again, there's 712 homes, 200s to low 300s. I really like the design of some of these homes. So again, this is Coyote Lakes. Pretty typical Arizona houses with the tile roofs and stucco sidings and so the last development we're going to look at is Sterling Grove. I don't know if you can see that sign there. It's a new development. The houses are going to be in the 300 to mid 600s. You can't really see much here yet. See if we can get into the community a little bit. There will be 90 homes. And the 55 plus part of this community, they describe it as the homes being designed to lock and leave. So, you know, it's kind of designed for people maybe who just come here part of the year, like the snowbirds or whatever. Let's see if we can get in. I'm not sure that we can. Here's the entrance, which is kind of cool. It's going to have a golf course, clubhouse with a restaurant and cafes, fitness center, pools, tennis, pickleball, community garden, there's going to be a surrounding master plan community. Here we're coming up on the entrance, and I don't know as they'll let us yet.
Good afternoon.